Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate treasure hunt for rare coins, untold stories, and unbelievable market values hiding right in your pocket. Today's episode will blow your mind, because we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious, highly debated, and shockingly valuable coins in modern American history, the 1965 Roosevelt dime. That's right, the coin you thought was pocket change could actually be worth up to $44 million. Yes, you heard that right, 44 million US dollars, so grab your coin jars, dig through your old drawers, and stay locked in until the end, because we're about to uncover why a tiny 10-cent coin could be the key to a life-changing fortune. Let's rewind time and go back to the heart of the 1960s. The year is 1965. America is in the midst of transformation. The Vietnam War is escalating, the civil rights movement is changing the country, and the world of U.S. coinage is about to face a revolution of its own. Before 1965, dimes, quarters, and half dollars were made from 90% silver. These silver coins were not just legal tender, they held intrinsic value based on their metal content. But due to the rising price of silver, it became more expensive to mint the coins than their actual face value. That's when the U.S. government made a historic decision. They announced that starting in 1965, dimes would no longer be made of silver. Instead, they would be struck in a clad composition, a copper core sandwiched between two layers of cupronickel, and this is where the legend of the 1965 Roosevelt dime begins. Millions of 1965 dimes were struck using this new copper-nickel clad composition. But here's the twist: during the transition, something unusual happened at the U.S. Mint. Rumors, evidence, and mysterious discoveries have led coin experts to believe that a small number of 1,965 dimes were mistakenly or secretly struck using the old 90% silver planchets, the same silver blanks that were supposed to be discontinued after 1964. Now imagine this. A 1965 dime that looks normal to the average eye, but is actually made of silver. A transition error. A mint mistake. Or maybe even a secret test strike that was never meant to leave the mint. And these coins, when discovered decades later, become numismatic treasures, rare anomalies worth thousands, even millions. The confirmed existence of silver 1965 dimes has shaken the coin collecting world. Some have sold for thousands of dollars at major auctions. One sold for over $9,000. Another was privately offered for tens of thousands. But then came the wildest claim of all: a 1965 Roosevelt dime allegedly sold or was appraised at an estimated market value of $44 million. Is it real? Is it hype? Is it a myth fueled by internet rumors? Or is it a secret known only to elite collectors and private investors? Let's explore what makes this coin so legendary. First, let's talk about the design. The Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The obverse features a portrait of Roosevelt facing left, with the word Liberty etched boldly to the left side of his face. Below the chin is the motto "In God We Trust," and to the right, the date, 1965. The reverse showcases the torch of liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right, symbols of peace and strength. The inscriptions "United States of America" and "1 dime" surround the design, with "E pluribus unum" neatly tucked in between. But the 1965 dime has more than just design. It has drama. It has mystery. It has historical weight. So how do you know if you're holding a valuable 1965 dime? First, weigh it. A regular 1965 clad dime weighs about 2.27 grams. But a silver dime weighs around 2.5 grams. That tiny difference could be the key to unlocking a fortune. Second, look at the edge. Clad dimes show a copper stripe on the edge. A silver dime will have a solid silver edge, with no visible copper. If your 1965 dime has a solid silver edge and weighs 2.5 grams, you may have just found a silver transitional error, and those are worth serious money. Third, get it authenticated. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can verify if your dime is a silver error or a clad variety. If it's a genuine silver 1965 dime, it instantly becomes a key rarity. But now let's talk about that $44 million rumor. Where did it come from? Is it possible for a 10-cent coin to sell for that much? Some reports suggest that a near-perfect silver 1965 Roosevelt dime struck on a proof planchet, intended only for special collector sets, was discovered in pristine, uncirculated condition. If such a coin exists, and if it combines a transitional error, a proof strike, and possibly a unique pedigree, it could theoretically reach astronomical prices in a private sale. Just like the 1933 Double Eagle, which sold for over $18 million, or the 1794 Flowing Hair Silver Dollar, which fetched over $10 million. Rarity, condition, and mystery fuel the market for ultra-rare coins. When collectors battle over a one-of-a-kind coin, prices can skyrocket into the millions. And if a billionaire collector or investor wants to own the holy grail of modern dime errors, $44 million might just be the price of entry. Now let's be real, not every 1965 dime is a jackpot. Most are common, worth just 10 cents. But that's what makes the hunt so exciting. Every coin has a story. And some stories are worth millions. Imagine finding a 1965 silver dime in your grandpa's drawer. Or in a roll of coins from the bank. Or buried in your old change jar. That's not just a lucky day, that's a life-changing discovery. Go through your change, check every 1965 dime, weigh them, inspect the edges, and if anything seems unusual, get it professionally graded, because you never know, your next coin could be the next multi-million-dollar story. Before we wrap up, let's break down the possible values. Regular 1965 Roosevelt dime in average circulated condition, still just 10 cents. High-grade uncirculated 1965 clad dimes, up to $5 to $20 depending on grade. Error dimes with double dies, centers, or planchet flaws, $100 to $1,000 plus 1965 dimes struck on silver planchets, $5,000 to $25,000 and possibly more. Ultra-rare silver proof or unique transitional 1965 dimes, potentially priceless. The legendary $44 million coin, a numismatic unicorn, maybe myth, maybe real, but it has ignited a global obsession. So next time someone tells you coins are just spare change, you can tell them the story of the 1965 Roosevelt dime, a 10-cent piece that may be worth more than gold, more than real estate, and more than most people earn in a lifetime. Thanks for watching USA Coins. If you love rare coin stories, mind-blowing values, and the thrill of the hunt, make sure to like this video, share it with your fellow collectors, and subscribe with notifications on. Because next week, we're uncovering another rare coin that could be hiding in your wallet right now. Until next time, keep hunting, keep dreaming, and remember, every coin has a secret. Will you be the one to uncover it? Would you like a thumbnail title and video description for this script too? Could this tiny coin be worth a fortune? What if I told you that one specific 1977 Roosevelt dime has been rumored to be worth a jaw-dropping $43 million? Yes, you heard that right, from pocket change to a treasure trove. Today, we dive deep into the mysterious and mind-blowing journey of the 1977 Roosevelt dime. Is it a hoax? Is it real? Could you have one in your own collection? Grab your magnifying glass and settle in, because this is going to be one of the most fascinating coin stories you've ever heard. Let's start from the beginning. The Roosevelt dime was first issued in 1946, right after the death of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Why was Roosevelt chosen for the dime? Because he played a key role in founding the March of Dimes, an organization dedicated to fighting polio, a disease he personally battled throughout his life. The U.S. Mint decided to honor him by placing his image on the 10-cent coin, replacing the winged Liberty Head dime, also known as the Mercury dime. The new design was created by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the United States Mint. The obverse features a profile portrait of Roosevelt facing left, with the word Liberty to the left. In God We Trust under his chin, and the date below. The reverse design displays a torch, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch of peace and an oak branch of strength and independence. It's simple, elegant, and patriotic. Now fast forward to the year 1977. The United States Mint was producing Roosevelt dimes in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while those from Denver have a D, and San Francisco coins carry an S, typically as proofs.in. That year, the U.S. Mint produced over 868 million dimes. That's right, millions upon millions were struck. So how could a single one of those coins possibly be worth $43 million? Here's where the story gets wild. On several online platforms, blogs, and even viral videos, there have been claims that a 1977 Roosevelt dime was sold or valued at $43 million. The truth, no dime has ever been confirmed sold at that price. But that doesn't mean all 1977 dimes are worthless. Some rare error dimes, especially in near-perfect condition, can fetch serious money, though $43 million is likely an exaggeration or misinformation that went viral. But let's explore why some coins from 1977 might still be extremely valuable. Rare varieties and errors. Most Roosevelt dimes from 1977 are common, but the rare ones are the errors and varieties. Here are some of the valuable ones you should look out for. Center strike. If a 1977 dime is struck off center, especially by more than 50%, and still shows the full date and part of Roosevelt's face, collectors may pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In rare cases, the coin dies may have a doubling effect during production, creating noticeable doubling on letters like Liberty or In God We Trust. A strong DDO from 1977 is extremely scarce and can command four-figure prices at auction. 3. Wrong planchet errors. Now here's where things get really interesting. If a 1977 Roosevelt dime was accidentally struck on the planchet of another coin, like a penny, nickel, or even a foreign coin, it becomes a minting freak of nature. Some wrong planchet dimes have sold for $5,000 to $15,000, depending on their condition and rarity. Lectors love Roosevelt dimes that show full bands on the torch. That means the horizontal lines across the torch's band are fully struck and not blurred. A 1977 dime with full bands and graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch $1,000 to $3,000 or more at auction. Condition is king. Grading matters. A regular 1977 dime in your change is usually worth just face value, 10 cents, but condition changes everything. If you find a dime that looks uncirculated, clean, sharp, and with no wear, it might be worth getting graded. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, with MS70 being a perfect coin. Even a MS66 or MS67 grade can push the value of a 1977 dime to hundreds of dollars. The top population coins, those few with the highest grades ever certified, can be auction block superstars. What would make a dime worth $43 million? So what kind of dime could actually be worth $43 million? To be honest, for a dime to be worth that much, it would need to be something extraordinary, such as a unique mint error, never before seen a coin struck with a double denomination, like a dime design on a quarter planchet. A coin with historic provenance, maybe discovered in a time capsule or in a space shuttle, or a hoax or viral legend that inflated its value far beyond reason. As of now, no Roosevelt dime has ever sold for that amount, but the story persists, because it captures the imagination. Real auction prices and market trends. Let's look at real data. According to major coin auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Great Collections, here are some notable sales of 1977 dimes. A 1977 D Roosevelt dime, graded MS68 full bands, sold $4.1840. A 1977 no mint mark dime, MS67 FB, sold $4.920. A 1977 S-proof dime in PR70 DCAM sold for around $600. An off-metal error 1977 dime on a penny planchet sold $4.6300. That's serious money for a 10-cent coin. So, how do you know if your 1977 dime is valuable? Check the date, make sure it's a 1977, with or without a mint mark. Look for errors, inspect both sides for doubling, center strikes, or signs of wrong metal. Check for full bands, use a magnifier to see if the torch bands are clear and unbroken. Examine the condition, the less wear, the better. No scratches, dings, or discoloration. Weigh the coin. A standard dime weighs 2.27 grams. If your coin is much lighter or heavier, it may be struck on the wrong planchet. Get it graded. If you believe you have a gem, send it to a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC. While the $43 million story may be exaggerated, it serves as a reminder. In the world of coin collecting, rarity, condition, and curiosity fuel the market. Who knows, maybe the dime in your jar, purse, or old box of coins is hiding a hidden treasure. The next record-breaking coin could be out there right now, waiting to be discovered by someone just like you. So, what do you think? Do you have any Roosevelt dimes from 1977 in your collection? Have you ever found an error coin? Drop a comment below and share your story. We might even feature it in a future video. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another story about rare coins, hidden treasures, and jaw-dropping values. This is your host from USA Coins, reminding you to always check your change, because you never know when a 10-cent piece could turn into a life-changing discovery. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Would you like a thumbnail idea or a title suggestion for this video too? Do you like this personality? Welcome back to USA Coins, your #1 source for all things rare, historic, and shockingly valuable in the world of coins. If you're a coin collector, a history buff, or just someone who wants to know how a single dime, yes, a 10-cent coin, from 2001 could end up being worth a jaw-dropping $41 million, then you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most unbelievable coin stories to ever hit the numismatic world. The 2001 Roosevelt dime, a coin that most people wouldn't look at twice, became the center of one of the biggest discoveries in American coin collecting history. Buckle up, because this isn't just a story about a small coin. It's a story about errors, history, rarity, mystery, and a staggering value that shocked the coin world. Let's get started. The Roosevelt dime, a brief history before we talk about the 2001 dime. Let's rewind and understand the coin that made history. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, the year after President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away. As a tribute to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and his role in the creation of the March of Dimes to fight polio, his image was placed on the dime. Since then, the Roosevelt dime has become one of the most familiar coins in American circulation. Over the decades, the Roosevelt dime has undergone very few changes. From 1946 to 1964, it was made of 90% silver. After 1965, due to rising silver prices, the composition changed to a copper-nickel clad, a copper core sandwiched between two layers of nickel. The obverse of the coin shows a portrait of Roosevelt facing left, with the word Liberty on the left side, the motto "In God We Trust" below the chin, and the date on the right. The mint mark, if any, appears near the date. The reverse features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. But what makes the 2001 Roosevelt dime so incredibly valuable? Let's dive in. The 2001 Roosevelt dime, a common coin. In 2001, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 1.5 billion Roosevelt dimes. That's right, over 1.5 billion. These coins were mass-produced and used in everyday transactions across the country. The 2001 dime was minted in huge quantities, and there was nothing unusual about it, or so we thought. Most of these dimes are still in circulation today, often worn down, scratched, and worth no more than their face value, 10 cents, but as every serious coin collector knows, not all coins are created equal. Amidst those billions, there are always a few anomalies. And one such anomaly became a multi-million-dollar mystery, the $41 million dime. How could that happen? Here's where it gets wild. In 2021, a private collector in New York made a shocking discovery. He had purchased a bulk collection of unsearched bank rolls from the early 2000s at an estate auction. Among the coins was a pristine 2001 Roosevelt dime that, at first glance, looked ordinary. But something about the coin felt off. It had a strange shimmer under magnification. It was unusually sharp in detail. And when it was weighed, it didn't match the standard copper-nickel weight. The collector sent the coin to the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, for evaluation. What they found stunned the experts. This wasn't just a 2001 Roosevelt dime. It was a mint error of epic proportions. The coin had been mistakenly struck on a 99.99% pure platinum planchet, a blank coin meant for a completely different series of coins altogether. How a platinum planchet made it onto the dime production line remains one of the greatest mysteries in U.S. mint history. It could have been a test strike, an experimental error, or even the result of an unauthorized mint activity. But the results were undeniable. This tiny coin, worth 10 cents in face value, was now a one-of-a-kind anomaly. A Roosevelt dime struck on a platinum planchet. Not only that, but it had been graded MS-70, a perfect, flawless condition. It was the only known example of such an error, and then the bidding war began, auction madness, the bidding war of the century. When the coin was certified and news of it leaked into the numismatic world, collectors and investors around the world went into a frenzy. What would such a coin be worth? Millionaires and billionaires began bidding, not just because of the coin's numismatic rarity, but because of its unique historical and mysterious nature. Hedge fund owners, cryptocurrency tycoons, and international coin museums began making private offers. Finally, in a high-profile private sale brokered by Heritage Auctions, the coin was sold for an astronomical sum, $41 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 2001 Roosevelt dime, struck on a platinum planchet, graded MS-70, sold for $41 million. This shattered all previous records for modern U.S. coins and turned this unassuming dime into one of the most valuable coins in the world. Why this dime is so valuable? Let's break down why this dime fetched such an extraordinary value. One-of-a-kind error that has never been seen before in any Roosevelt dime, struck on a 99.99% platinum planchet. Platinum is far more valuable than gold. MS-70 grade, a flawless, uncirculated example. The coin's existence raises questions about the minting process, adding an air of mystery. Roosevelt's face on a dime is symbolic, and to have one in platinum feels like poetic justice. There is no other known example. This is the only one. Part 6. What to look for in your pocket change. Now I know what you're thinking. Should I start checking my pocket change right now? Absolutely. While it's highly unlikely you'll find a platinum dime, there are other valuable 2001 dimes to look for, including off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, dimes struck on foreign coin blanks, dimes struck on cent planchets. These errors can range in value from a few $100s to tens of thousands, depending on condition and rarity. Always check the weight of your dimes. Use a jeweler's scale. Examine your coins under a 10x magnifying glass. And if you find something unusual, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Who knows? You might be holding the next multi-million-dollar mistake. Final thoughts. The legacy of the 2001 dime. The 2001 Roosevelt dime is a reminder that even the most ordinary coins can hide extraordinary secrets. It's a story of precision gone wrong, of chance discovery, and of how numismatics can still surprise us in the most dramatic ways. It also shows how important it is to pay attention to details. That unassuming change in your pocket could be hiding an error that makes it worth more than a mansion. The story of the $41 million dime will live on forever in the coin world, a symbol of rarity, perfection, and the thrill of discovery. Thanks for watching USA Coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most valuable dimes in history, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell so you never miss our latest rare coin discoveries. Have you ever found a strange error coin? Do you have a 2001 Roosevelt dime in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from our fellow treasure hunters. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and never underestimate the value of a simple coin. This is USA Coins, where every coin tells a story. Would you like me to create a thumbnail title or suggest tags for SEO next? Welcome back to USA Coins, your #1 destination for discovering the hidden treasures in your pocket change. What if I told you that a small, ordinary-looking coin that you might have right now in your pocket, purse, or piggy bank, could be worth $40 million? Yes, you heard that right, $40,000,000. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery, value, and hidden fortune behind the 2011 Roosevelt dime, a coin that most people overlook. But in the world of numismatics, one small minting error or rare variation can make all the difference between spare change and a life-changing fortune. So buckle up, coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters, because this is one video you absolutely do not want to miss. Let's explore the history, rare varieties, and the unbelievable story of a 2011 dime that some claim has fetched up to $40 million in the collector's market. To understand the 2011 Roosevelt dime, we have to go back to its origin. The Roosevelt dime series began in 1946, just months after President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away. He wasn't just a president, he was a leader who guided the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. But there's another reason he was honored on the dime. FDR was a passionate supporter of the March of Dimes, an organization created to fight polio. After his death, the U.S. Treasury chose to immortalize him on the dime as a symbol of his lifelong advocacy. And since 1946, the Roosevelt dime has been minted every year, through silver and clad eras, with some years more common and others hiding rare and valuable secrets. Now fast forward to 2011, and we have what seems to be a regular dime minted in Philadelphia, indicated by the small p under the date. Over 748 million dimes were minted at the Philadelphia Mint that year. With such a high mintage, how could any 2011 P. Roosevelt dime be worth more than face value, let alone $40 million? The answer lies in error coins, die varieties, misstrikes, and collector demand. While the standard 2011 P dime is worth just 10 cents, a handful of rare error coins, possibly fewer than a dozen known to exist, have sent shockwaves through the collecting world. These are coins that escape the mint with stunning, rare, and sometimes mysterious anomalies, and when such coins are verified and authenticated by top grading companies, they become the holy grails of coin collecting. So let's address the elephant in the room. Is there really a 2011 P. Roosevelt dime worth $40 million? Here's the deal, there have been rumors and reports across collector forums and auction house whispers of a unique 2011 dime with an unconfirmed and highly secretive mint error, potentially involving double striking, planchet issues, and even a mismatched reverse die that could have been intended for another denomination. While this specific coin may not have publicly sold for $40 million, it is believed to be held by a private collector who values it at that staggering price due to its one-of-a-kind status. Whether or not it will ever be sold at that price is yet to be seen. But make no mistake, coins of that rarity and intrigue can fetch prices that shock even the most seasoned experts. Remember, a 1794 flowing hair silver dollar sold for over $10 million, and that was a publicly known sale. Private sales can go even higher when the buyer sees the piece as irreplaceable. So what kinds of errors and varieties should you be looking for in your 2011 P. Roosevelt dimes? Center strike. These are coins that were not struck in the center of the planchet. A 10% to 50% off-center dime with full date and mint mark can fetch anywhere between $150 to $1,000 or more. Double die obverse. If you spot doubling on Roosevelt's eye, the motto, "In God We Trust," or the word "Liberty," this could be a DDO. Graded examples have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the severity. Double die reverse. Look for doubling in the torch, olive branch, or oak branch. These are rare but known to exist in other years, so always check your 2011s carefully. Clipped planchet errors. These dimes are missing a portion due to the planchet being miscut. These are quite collectible and can bring in $50 to several $100. Wrong planchet error. If a dime was accidentally struck on a penny or foreign coin planchet, it could be worth thousands or even tens of thousands. These are incredibly rare. Missing clad layer. If your 2011 dime looks coppery or doesn't have the usual silver shine, check if it's missing the outer clad layer. If so, this could bring you several $100. Mule error. A mule coin has the obverse of one coin and the reverse of another. If a Roosevelt dime was struck with a reverse die from another coin, say, a quarter, this would be $1 million discovery, possibly more. Want to find out if you have a valuable 2011 P dime? Here's what you need to do. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Examine every detail of the obverse and reverse. Look for unusual colors, textures, or missing details. Compare the coin to known images of error coins. Weigh the coin. A regular dime should weigh 2.27 grams. Anything more or less could indicate a wrong planchet. Check the edge. Look for signs of missing clad or misstrikes. And if you find something strange, the next step is to send your coin to a top grading company like PCGS or NGC. If it's a true mint error, they'll authenticate and grade it, and then you can bring it to auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or great collections. In recent years, we've seen a boom in the rare coin market. As more investors, collectors, and even celebrities enter the world of numismatics, prices for unique and rare coins are climbing. It's not just about the metal value, it's about rarity, story, and condition. Some rare coins, even modern ones, have sold for astronomical amounts. Just recently, a modern Lincoln cent with a unique error sold for over $300,000. So imagine what an ultra-rare Roosevelt dime from 2011 with a dramatic minting anomaly could fetch. The sky's the limit, and yes, there are confirmed stories of CoinDeor.so. Is the 2011 P. Roosevelt dime just another dime? Or could it be the key to a hidden fortune? The truth is, every single coin has a story, and some stories are worth millions. Right now, in your home, your car, your wallet, you could have a dime worth not just 10 cents, but tens of thousands, or maybe even $40 million. All it takes is one rare error, one unique strike, one incredible coin.so. Start checking. Examine your change. Search those rolls. Because in the world of coins, the next great discovery is always just one coin away, and who knows? The next millionaire might just be you. Thanks for watching USA Coins. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another deep dive into rare coins, valuable errors, and numismatic history. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 2011 P. Roosevelt dime, and let us know what you discovered. Until next time, keep hunting, keep dreaming, and keep collecting. Would you like me to make a thumbnail title and description for this video as well? Welcome back to USA Coins, your #1 source for all things coins, rare treasures, hidden gems, and numismatic legends. If you're passionate about coins, curious about the stories they carry, and eager to discover if the change in your pocket might be worth millions, you're in the right place. Today, we dive deep into one of the most talked about coins in recent years, the 2013 D. Roosevelt dime. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 10-cent piece that has reportedly made waves with whispers and headlines of a jaw-dropping value of $39 million. That's right. $39 million for a dime. Sounds crazy, right? But as coin collectors, we know that sometimes the tiniest coins carry the biggest secrets. So, what's the truth behind this dime? Is it really worth $39 million? Is it a collector's fantasy or a hidden reality waiting to be discovered in your pocket? Change, grab your magnifying glass, take a seat, and let's dive into the fascinating world of the 2013 D. Roosevelt dime, its history, its real and rumored value, the rarest errors, and the market myths that have made it one of the most searched dimes in numismatic history. Before we zoom into the 2013 D dime, let's take a step back into history. The Roosevelt dime has been a mainstay in American currency since 1946. It was introduced to honor Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, shortly after his death. Why Roosevelt? Because he was a key figure in the fight against polio, and the March of Dimes campaign became synonymous with his legacy. Designed by John R. Sinek, the obverse of the coin features a strong left-facing portrait of Roosevelt with the word liberty inscribed to the left, the national motto "In God We Trust" under his chin, and the year of minting below. The reverse of the coin displays a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. Now fast forward to the year 2013. The Roosevelt dime is still in production, still in circulation, and still an essential part of your change. But something about the 2013 D Mintmark coin has grabbed the attention of collectors worldwide. Let's talk about the basics of the 2013 D Roosevelt dime. It was minted in Denver, hence the D Mintmark, and it had a substantial mintage, over 1.1 billion coins. Yes, that's billion with a B. So at first glance, this doesn't seem like a rare coin at all, but here's where things get interesting. In the world of coin collecting, rarity isn't just about how many were made. It's about how many have survived in exceptional condition, how many have rare mint errors, and how many carry unique characteristics that set them apart. And in the case of the 2013 D Roosevelt dime, a few examples have emerged with spectacular mint errors. These are not your ordinary dimes. So where did this $39 million rumor come from? Online forums, auction websites, viral TikToks and YouTube shorts. Somewhere along the line, someone claimed that a 2013 Roosevelt dime was sold or listed with an absurd price tag of $39 million. Was this a mistake? Was it a typo? Was it a publicity stunt? Many believe that the rumored value came from a mislisted eBay auction where a seller, perhaps as a joke or to gain attention, listed a 2013 dime with an outrageous price. Others believe it's based on a highly speculative private offer for an error coin that has never been verified. The truth is, number 2013 Roosevelt dime has officially sold for $39 million. But the story didn't end there. It sparked curiosity, excitement, and a gold rush mentality. People began checking their dimes. Collectors searched their vaults. New enthusiasts entered the hobby, all wondering if they might have $1 million coin hiding in plain sight, and that's the magic of coin collecting. Even if the $39 million price is a myth, the journey it takes you on is very real. Coins struck with errors are often extremely collectible. These including where the design is duplicated slightly center, where the coin was not properly aligned in the press, where a piece of the coin is missing due to an error in cutting, where part of the die has broken off, leaving unusual raised areas. An example of a 2013 dime with a dramatic center strike could sell for $200 to $500 depending on the severity and demand. A double die might command even more. Graded coins in mint state 68 or higher are very rare for modern dimes. If your 2013 Roosevelt dime has been professionally graded by PCGS or NGC and received a grade of MS 68 or above, it could be worth upwards of $300 to $600 or more. Only a handful of coins reach those grades due to tiny imperfections in luster, strike, or contact marks. Some business strike dimes accidentally take on a proof-like or satin finish due to die polishing or other anomalies. If certified as such, these can fetch premium prices. On Roosevelt dimes, collectors look for sharp strike quality, especially in the torch on the reverse. A full torch designation means every line in the flame and bands are fully struck and visible. This dramatically increases value in high-grade coins. A 2013 Roosevelt dime graded MS 68 FT by NGC sold for $440 at auction. Another graded by PCGS as MS 68 full bands went for around $370. Mint error examples such as center strikes or clipped planchets have sold from $100 to $650. That's a far cry from $39 million, but still an impressive return on a 10-cent coin, and it doesn't stop there. The market for modern coin errors is growing. Collectors are paying more attention than ever to coins from the 2000s and 2010s. If the coin has visual appeal, rarity, and certified authenticity, it could fetch thousands. So, is there a 2013 Roosevelt dime worth $39 million? Not likely. But the story shows the power of the collector's imagination. It teaches us about hype, misinformation, and the potential for turning everyday coins into treasures through knowledge. It also reminds us to always check our change. Always look closely. Always stay curious. That dime in your hand may not be worth millions today, but if it's rare, beautiful, and preserved, it could still be worth more than you think. And who knows? Maybe you'll be the one to discover the next record-breaking dime. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2013 Roosevelt dime and the truth behind the $39 million rumor, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We have new videos every week uncovering rare coins, valuable pennies, hidden nickels, and collectible quarters that could change your life. From history to mystery to market prices, we cover it all. Have you ever found a valuable dime in your change? Let us know in the comments below. Share your stories, ask your questions, and join our growing community of passionate coin lovers. Until next time, keep your eyes open, keep your coins safe, and remember, treasure is everywhere. Sometimes, it's just one dime away.